Thank you for choosing the SNL Fan Podcast, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of the SNL Fan Podcast, what I want to do is talk about Arcade Fire's Here Comes the Nighttime. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to ACM Records. ACM Records is a large independent record company with hundreds of artists from all different types of genres of music, from rock, industrial metal, R&B, rap, reggae, techno, salsa, you name it, they have it. And each and every artist signed to the label is very talented. You should check it out for yourself. I'm going to put the links in the information box below so you can check it out for yourself. Also, the label is looking for individuals to join their street team. If you're interested in joining the street team, I'll put the form in the information box below as well. It's a great way to get you some extra experience in the music industry if you're looking for that. Get you some connections and just some first-hand behind-the-scenes look on, on how to, just do some things, just get some more experience. All right, but enough about that. Let me get on to Arcade Fire's Here Comes the Nighttime.
I know this is a little different than what I normally do because
I
don't give much attention to the musical guests because when I'm rating the episodes, it's mostly about the comedy and the performers and what they're doing. I really don't talk about the musical guests, but I like what they did here. I know it's not really a part of the SNL show, but since they were the musical guest and they used the SNL performance to kind of segue into the little special they had, I decided I'd just talk about it. And I like the performance. I like the band. I'm not like a huge Arcade Fire fan or anything. But, after hearing their appearances multiple times on Saturday Night Live and just checking it out, I definitely, I think their music is great. And yeah, I like what they did here. I really like the celebrity appearances, from like Ben Stiller and dang, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart about the Ben Stiller, Zach Galifianakis, Bill Hader. I definitely like that little bit they did about I know you guys sound great in there, but in here, we don't, it sounds like crap. It doesn't seem like the audience was really laughing at anything. It's just they were just pretty much cheering for the music. But yeah, the audience pretty much seemed dead unless they were playing songs. Let's see what else I'd like to say. Who else appeared? My dude, James Franco, and all the celebrities that appeared are like on the tip of my tongue, but I'm like, I don't know about, like, my brain is like mush right now. But yeah, it was great. I wonder if Arcade Fire has some kind of deal with NBC or something like that. Or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they paid for the time slot or something. I don't know, but either way, it was pretty cool. I liked it, and overall, I'd like to say that, I think Arcade Fire, some bands sound better, like in the studio. They sound better when you're just hearing their music, on the CD or on an MP3 or something like that. But live, they're not all that. And I think Arcade Fire, I hate to say, I think Arcade Fire is kind of one of those bands. Not saying that the live performance wasn't, not saying that the live performance was crap or anything like that, but I some songs just sound better just on your headphones as opposed to, live. That's just my opinion, though. Feel free to post your opinions, too. And if you missed it and you wanted to see it, there's a guy from the Saturday Night Live message boards who's willing to send copies to people, and I'll put the links in the information box below to that. Also, too, there's lots of bands. If you are a fan of if you are a fan of Arcade Fire, there are some bands on ACM Records that are just as great. They have some Canadian bands on there too. You should definitely check out the bands on ACM Records. I'm going to put the links to that in the information box below as well. So if you're a fan of Arcade Fire and want to hear some, more bands that's just in that same kind of realm, not like they're biting Arcade Fire or not like they're a carbon copy of Arcade Fire, but, if you're into that sound, there's definitely bands on ACM Records that do have that sound. Well, that's all I like to say about that. Again, I'm just some guy named Jay. And good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.